Bucks Nation. This is it. Just 2 days before kickoff, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are facing the kind of moment that can define a season. Injuries, last-minute changes, and bold new strategies are colliding all at once. But instead of breaking us, these challenges might actually unlock our hidden strength. The question is simple. Are the Bucks about to turn their biggest setback into their deadliest weapon? The countdown to our season opener against Atlanta is almost over, and the story unfolding in Tampa Bay feels like a script out of a movie. Three massive developments are shaping the way we'll step onto that field, and each one could tilt the balance of this season. First, let's talk about the absence of Tristan Wirfs. Losing your star tackle right before a season opener? That's the kind of blow that usually sends an offense scrambling. But here's where the twist comes in. His absence may actually unlock a new weapon in our attack. That weapon? Bucky Irving. Irving isn't just some promising young back. He's already proven he can carry the weight of this franchise. In his rookie year, he didn't just flash talent, he made history. Over 1,000 rushing yards, nearly 400 receiving yards, 8 touchdowns, and a spot on the all-rookie team. Fans didn't just cheer for him. They roared his name through the stadium. Bucky. 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 He turned doubt into belief, showing that heart and speed can outshine size every single time. Now, with Wirfs sidelined, Todd Bowles and Baker Mayfield are forced to get creative. That means quicker throws, safer outlets, and plays that get the ball out fast. And guess who thrives in that exact style of football? Bucky Irving. His acceleration is unreal, the kind of burst where one small screen pass can suddenly become a 40-yard highlight. His vision makes defenders miss, his speed punishes mistakes, and his energy fires up everyone around him. This isn't just about filling a gap on the O-line. This is about turning strategy into surprise. Against an Atlanta defense that was middle of the pack against the run last year, Irving has a real chance to be the X factor. On the ground, through the air, it doesn't matter. He can torch them either way. And here's the best part. Irving isn't acting like a star. He's still hungry. He's still leaning on his teammates, learning from guys like Rachaad White and Sean Tucker. That mentality, humble, locked in, ready to grow, is exactly why this young playmaker could explode in year 2. So, Bucks fans, the question is no longer, how do we survive without Wirfs? It's how dangerous can we become with Bucky Irving unleashed? Drop your game predictions in the comments. Do you believe Irving is the key to beating Atlanta? And rate your confidence in the Bucks heading into Week 1 on a scale of 1 to 10. Bucks Nation, let's keep this rolling, because what we're seeing right now is the perfect mix of youthful hunger and championship mentality. Bucky Irving isn't walking around like he's already a star. He's still learning from veterans, still leaning on his teammates, still pushing himself every single day. That humility, combined with his explosive playmaking, is exactly the kind of mentality that builds champions. He knows nothing is given in this league, and that's why every rep, every touch, every game matters. And he's not doing this alone. Enter another Oregon product, wide receiver Tez Johnson. Together, these two former Ducks give Tampa Bay a brand new dynamic, two young playmakers who can flip the game in an instant. Imagine Irving slipping out of the backfield while Johnson stretches the defense. That's speed, vision, and creativity colliding all at once. This duo could be the exact spark we need to overcome the early season challenges without Wirfs on the line. Here's the key. Josh Grizzard has to unleash Irving's receiving skills even more than last year. Quick passes in space, design plays to let him run free. That's how you turn a short gain into a highlight. If we execute this right, Bucks Nation, we might actually be more explosive now than we were before. But while we look at how to maximize today's talent, let's rewind to the moment that defined everything about who we are now and how close we came to missing it all. Because in 2020, Tom Brady almost wasn't a Buccaneer. That's right. Raiders owner Mark Davis revealed that Brady was this close to signing with Las Vegas instead of Tampa Bay. He was ready. He was interested. But the Raiders leadership said no. They stuck with Derek Carr instead of taking a chance on a 43-year-old legend. Can you imagine? No Brady. No 7th Super Bowl ring. No championship parade down the Tampa streets. That was the razor-thin margin between glory and what could have been another lost decade. But our front office, Jason Licht and company, saw what others didn't. They saw vision. They saw leadership. They saw a chance to win immediately. And that gamble paid off in the biggest way possible. Brady walked in and delivered a Super Bowl in year 1. That moment wasn't luck. It was bold decision-making. It was an organization that thought big while others thought safe. And today, with Baker Mayfield at the helm, we're seeing the same mentality. The Bucs are once again betting on themselves, betting on their quarterback, betting on this roster to bring another championship window. Meanwhile, the Raiders, they're still trying to figure it out, only now giving Brady a role in ownership 5 years too late. Tampa Bay struck when the iron was hot, and it changed everything. This is why our current moment is so important. Mayfield isn't just a placeholder, he's a leader this team believes in, just like they believed in Brady. And once again, the Bucs are showing vision, guts, and timing. But as we honor the past, we've also got breaking news for the present, and it's the kind of news that makes you breathe easier as a fan. Tampa Bay's defensive anchor, Vita, is officially set to play in Week 1 after returning to practice Friday. Bucs fans, I want to hear from you. How confident are you in this team's bold decisions, from Brady to Mayfield? Drop your thoughts in the comments. 1 to 10, how much faith do you have that the Bucs' vision is going to pay off again? Bucs Nation, this is the update we were all holding our breath for, and it changes everything about Sunday's game. Just a couple of days ago, it looked like we might be heading into the season opener without our most important defensive player. Vita missed practice on Wednesday and Thursday with a foot issue, and panic started to creep in. Could the anchor of our defense really be sidelined for Week 1 against Atlanta? That would have been a nightmare scenario. But then came Friday. Late in the practice session, V walked back out onto the field. And that sight alone, big number 50 lining up, moving, working, was the biggest relief Tampa fans could have asked for. That return wasn't just symbolic, it was a signal. Vita will be ready to go. And make no mistake, this is massive. V is coming off a career season, 7 sacks, dominance against the run, and the kind of interior presence that no offensive line wants to deal with. He's not just a defensive tackle, he's the rock of this defense. His size, his strength, and his ability to swallow up blocks force offenses to change their entire game plan. Against Atlanta, his presence is even more critical. The Falcons are coming in with Bijan Robinson, one of the most explosive young running backs in the NFL. Without V, you'd be asking Greg Gaines or practice squad guys like CJ Brewer to step into that role. That's not fair, and frankly, it wouldn't have been enough. But with V healthy, the Bucs can match power with power in the trenches. This isn't just about stats, it's about leadership. V is a team captain. He's the guy who sets the tone, who demands double teams, who frees up players like Kalijah Kancey and Logan Hall to go hunt the quarterback. Todd Bowles now has his full arsenal for the game plan, and that's the difference between playing cautious and playing aggressive. Reports suggest this wasn't a serious injury, more soreness than anything. That means no major limitations, no holding back. Expect V to be full force, right in the middle, commanding attention and wrecking plays before they start. Now, we do have other concerns. Rookie corner Benjamin Morrison is still unlikely to debut, and safety Christian Izien is out. But with V back, the core of this defense is intact. And when your biggest, most impactful leader is on the field, everything else just feels more possible. This return erases a huge question mark heading into the opener. It gives Tampa Bay the confidence to dictate, to push back, to own the line of scrimmage. And in a divisional showdown where momentum can define the entire season, that matters more than anything. So here's where we stand. Bucky Irving ready for an expanded role on offense. Lessons from the Brady era shaping Baker Mayfield's leadership today. And Vita, the defensive anchor, back just in time to set the tone. Bucs Nation, I'll throw it to you. With V cleared to play, how confident are you heading into Week 1 against the Falcons? Scale of 1 to 10. Drop it in the comments. Bucs Nation, here's the bottom line. Everything we've seen in these final days before kickoff proves one thing. This team is built to adapt, to adjust, and to rise when it matters most. We face setbacks already. Losing Tristan Wirfs for the start of the season forced the offense to change its identity. But instead of panicking, the coaches turned that challenge into a weapon, putting the spotlight on Bucky Irving's versatility. That's championship-level thinking. We've also stared at the possibility of going into Sunday without Vita, our defensive heartbeat. And now, with his return confirmed, that weight is lifted. Our defense doesn't just survive. It regains its anchor, its tone setter, its captain. These aren't just routine updates. These are signs that the Buccaneers are entering Week 1 with momentum, with solutions, and with leadership intact. It's about resilience. It's about turning problems into opportunities. And most of all, it's about hitting the field against Atlanta with everything in place to start strong. This isn't just the first game of the season, it's the opening statement of a championship chase. So now I'll ask you, Bucks fans, are you confident that these final pieces falling into place give us everything we need to take down Atlanta? Drop your confidence level from 1 to 10 in the comments, because this Sunday, we find out exactly what this team is made of.